Hey, what's going on, people? My name is Terrell Andretti, and I'm the Narc's Nemesis. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That way, it helps YouTube's algorithm pick up this content and push it out so more people can view this content. Somebody liked it for you, so make sure you like it for somebody because there's a lot of people that need this information. I appreciate all the donations, new subscribers. Y'all welcome to the family. If you want to donate to the channel, link in the description. 101s, link in the description. Y'all know the drill. Um, Today I'm going to talk about it's not on you, it's in you. A lot of people wonder why the narcissist treats them the way that they do, why the narcissist acts the way that they act, why they can't get it together, why it seems like they have to tear you down. And the answer is simply because of who you are as a person. And it's not monetary. A lot of people think this whole thing is, well, I don't have anything. You got more than you know. Just because you don't have a lot of money does not mean you're not rich. Um, and you just got to look at like the average person out there. They don't have like a lot of people are naturally miserable because of the energy and the spirits that they carry. The average person is not happy. The average person in this world is not content with their situation. So you got to think when you come into these narcs' life, that's what attracts them to you in the first place. Your individuality, your confidence, your authenticity. That's what attracts them in the first place. So you have to realize if regular people don't have these traits and you know they look at you a certain kind of way because you have these traits, the narc is an extra sensitive person. No matter how they portray themselves, it's going to hit them 10 times harder than it hits another person, a regular person. Because if you notice, sometimes when you walk in the room, the energy in the room changes because you're at a higher frequency and you're at a higher vibration than the average person because you're actually happy. Um, you have a good spirit. You have good energy. And the narcissist is attracted to this stuff at first. But once they figure out that it's in you and not on you, which means they can't take it and, be this person genuinely, that's what frustrates them. That's what pisses them off. Because you can sit around and copy something all you want to. It's just like a musician. You can copy somebody's style, but can you keep up with copying that style? Because the person that you're copying from, they can naturally be that. It's no battery, it's no gas tank. That's who they naturally are, so it comes out naturally. If you have to put on a facade and you got to copy somebody, it's going to take a lot of energy because naturally that's not who you are. So the copy is never going to be good as the original. That's why it triggers them to hating you. That's why it triggers them to mistreat you. That's why it triggers them to devalue you. And a lot of people stay in these situations because they're trying to figure out why, what if. Those questions are keeping you abused, to be honest. And I'm not saying you shouldn't seek the answers, but y'all are seeking the answers from them instead of therapists, instead of YouTube channels that are professionals that are dealing with these individuals. Your what if questions are not going to be answered from them. Your what if questions are not going to be answered by a narcissist at all. Your why questions are not going to be answered by a narcissist, not properly anyway. Have you ever noticed you asked them a question and the answer made you madder than not having an answer? That never ends. So you got to be prepared to deal with that when you ask these why, what if questions. I'm breaking it down. I'm telling you why. They mistreat you because of who you are. They mistreat you because you're everything that they can never be. They can have money. They can have status. But you know what? I know some miserable ass people with a lot of money. And I know some people with not so much money that are the happiest people I ever met. Money is not everything. It helps, but it's not everything. Money can't buy you happiness. It can probably change the circumstances to which you can be happy in. But if you're not fixing what's going on in here, you'll never be happy. That's why I tell people a narcissist is never happy, no matter what show they're putting on, and no matter how many times you tune in, because a lot of y'all are still tuning in, and I get it. I used to, well, nah, I really did. But nah, I'm not saying that to down talk anybody. I'm saying like a lot of y'all are still tuning in to what they got going on, and it's making you miserable along with them because misery loves company. By you peeking into their life, by you keeping up with them, you're becoming company. So you got to withdraw from wanting to know what's going on with them. I'm telling you what's going on with them. Misery. They can put, and I'm going to tell you a secret. The more pictures, the more videos, the more trips they got to post, the more dinners they got to post, the more miserable they are. Because you know what happy people are doing? They're enjoying their trip. You know what happy people are doing? They're enjoying their dinner. You know what happy people are doing? They're enjoying their relationships. How many times have you been naturally having a great time and you're like, damn, I forgot to take a picture of that food? You want to know why you forgot? Because the food was so good. The conversation was probably so good. The vibe was probably so good. A picture was the last thing on your fucking mind. You ever been on a trip and it might have been a part of the trip? Man, I forgot to get that on camera. You want to know why you forgot to get that on camera? Because you were actually fucking enjoying yourself and not trying to prove a point. When you have to sit out here and prove a point, you're not happy. A lot of people, yeah, I'm over the narc, I'm over this, I'm over that, I'm over that. If you still trying to prove a point to them, you're not happy. And I know a lot of people say, well, you write songs about, yeah, I write songs and stuff like that because that's part of my therapy. And to be honest, I could give a rat's ass if she ever hears them. They're not for her to hear. They're for my therapeutic release, and I'm telling my story through the songs. I could give a rat's ass if she hears them. I can give a rat's ass if they break her heart. I can care if I get any kind of notoriety from her at all. My goal is to tell my story and um, relate to you guys. Or maybe y'all relate to me, whatever. But back to the narc, if you see them doing all this, the photo ops, and I gotta take pictures of this, I gotta let you know I'm here, I gotta let you know you're not having a good time because you're too focused on documenting shit. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta look at this and realize who you are as a person again. You got to get back to yourself. You got to get back to educating yourself. You got to get back to dreaming. You got to get back to, excuse me. If you were in the church, go back to church. If you were painting, go back to painting. If you haven't started painting, start painting. There's a woman I had a one-on-one with, and she said, I'll never forget this because her paintings are beautiful. If you're watching, you know who you are. I think either the narcissistic abuse drove her to painting or it drove her back to painting. Either way, she showed me some of her artwork when we were doing the one-on-ones. We did FaceTime, and these are some of the most beautiful paintings I ever saw in my life. And I'm real big on art, and that was beautiful. And I'm saying that to say, and I'm gonna make this a separate video too, but I gotta throw this in. Your purpose is on the other side of your pain. When I first started doing music, I wasn't singing, I wasn't doing pop. I was a rapper, still rapping. Well, I ain't rapped in like 2 years. I've been doing pop mostly. But anyway, I started off rapping. Don't get me wrong, great rapper. Rap my ass off. I'll rap people in my sleep. But I've always wanted to do pop music. I always wanted to do rap music, which is what I actually started writing when I first started writing music. And the pain, the experience, The emotions, all of that drove me to do what I really wanted to fucking do. And I'm saying that to say a lot of people's narcs, they know y'all are talented. My ex-narc used to tell me all the time, man, you can sing, you're talented, you do this, you do good at that. And they know that. And it attracts them to you, but it also brings about an insecurity in them that lets them know if you get enough momentum, and this might not even be true, but if you get enough momentum, and to be honest, once they start showing their ass, yeah, it is true. If you get enough momentum, you get enough notoriety, you get enough support behind what you're truly good at, what you truly love, what you're talented at, it'll be easier to see through their bullshit because you're focused and you're operating in your purpose. You're operating in on a higher vibration and frequency. And if you're operating up here and they're down here, there's going to be a disconnect. There's going to be space that needs to be accounted for. So either you need to come back down here with them or they need to rise to the occasion and come up with you. And I'm going to tell you a secret about people, period. They rather bring you back down than work up to your level. Because a lot of times, working up to your level requires self awareness, self analyzation. It takes therapy, it takes shadow work. These are things that a lot of people do not want to do because it's a lot of shit they don't want to deal with. A lot of ways that people deal with shit is to not deal with it. And you have to get to a point where that's unacceptable for yourself and people that you choose to keep around you. If you have trauma and you're not working on it, if you have trauma and you're not working on it, I don't want you around me. And that's not saying I'm better than you, but if you're not working on your trauma, guess what? That means I'm just another target for you to send it to because you won't even deal with it. And you have to come to a point where that's unacceptable. I'm not dealing with nobody's trauma. Now, if you're already working on it, I don't mind assisting you. But if you're not working on it at all and you completely want to be oblivious to it, I'm not finna be a target for that. And if I'm working through some trauma, I don't want people around me because I don't want to subconsciously target you either. You have to take emotional accountability for yourself as well because they're never going to do it. So you have to have some kind of want and need to do so. Like I said, the narcissist knows that you're talented. They see stuff in you that you don't even see in yourself. And when they do that, it's easy for them to camouflage and, subconsciously, systematically break you down. Because they see you can be great, and when they see you being great, they see them being left in the dust. And some of y'all love them so much, I know I did, love them so much that even if you did rise to your greatest potential, you still wanted to be with them. You know what I'm saying? You cared about them so much that you still would have put up with them. But they're so emotionally ignorant that they don't even get this, that you're a truly genuine person. But you know why they think like that? Because if they were ever to rise, if they were ever to gain and accomplish, they would do that shit to you. And a lot of y'all can attest in the comments that they have done that shit. That's why they want to keep you from doing it, because they would do that same shit to you. Know who you're dealing with. Know your enemy. Start judging people by the fruit that they bear. Look at all the shit around them. Look at their friends. Look at their actions. Look at their emotions. Look at their trauma. And really analyze people before you deal with them. Analyze people while you're dealing with them. Because a person can only love you and care about you as far as their trauma goes. No matter how much love you give somebody, if they're traumatized and they're not over that, they stop there. Their development stops there. And you have to start recognizing that shit before you entrust in people. And it's not saying that all of them are bad. It's just saying you got to protect yourself because they're not going to protect you. Their trauma is going to make them protect themselves. And you will become a casualty of war if you get stuck in that push pull bullshit that they got going on. Even friends, if they want to stay stuck, if they're traumatized and they're not working through it, sometimes you got to cut them off too. Because if they're not recognizing they need help, they're not going to accept it either. But anyway, that's my video for today. Like I said, it's not on you, it's in you, and you need to recognize that because they already do. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all take a moment right now if you haven't to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to make donations to the channel, the link is in the description. If you want a one-on-one, y'all got to book it before y'all call me because it keeps me organized. If y'all book it before y'all call me. Book it. Let's get it on the schedule because I got a lot of shit going on right now. I still got my jaw shit going on. And I'm going to have to eventually probably have a procedure done for that. So if y'all see me, I'm going to announce it anyway. But if y'all see me down for a minute, it's, because I went and got that taken care of. But anyway, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all make sure if y'all need merch, it's in the description. One-on-ones is in the description. If y'all have any video requests, y'all leave it down below in the comments. Also, Patreon. I'll put my Patreon down here. If y'all become members of Patreon, what that does is that guarantee you half off of all sessions, no matter the time, and it's lifetime. So you become members of my Patreon, you get half off of all your sessions. And man, let's just keep pushing. Narc Free 23. Let's go. Let's do this. You can do it. Another day, another way. And you ain't got to listen, but I know you heard me.